Hey, good morning, guys. Coming to you from the Old Barn Homestead this morning. Just going to show this real quick for Hanson. I've been meaning to get this mocked up for him for a couple of weeks now, and just now kind of getting myself in a position to do it. We've been going back and forth on different options to come up with this table base for him. And so, Hanson, this is some 2-inch tubing, and I just cut some 1/4-inch plate to kind of cap the top and bottom. And if you wanted to go that route, I would, of course, get aluminum tubing and brush it to match the rest of it. I'm going to take this off. But, you know, I don't know if your wife ever really got how this was going to look. But, you know, that's going to cross over like that and have the columns on either end. And I'll cut that down the middle so that it slides down on there and cut, 1 inch out of it. And so, yeah. Anyway, the two different looks that you wanted to see were the square tubing. I'm just going to take this off so you can get a better look at it. So the square, so you can see the square tubing there, and the one C channel just without the doubled up part of it and no bolts in it. So it's just kind of an open column on the end, and these legs are pretty thick. They're a lot deeper, wider than like steel C channel is. The ratio of the width of this to the overall dimension is different on the aluminum. So I could, if this is too much here, I could mill, a 1/4, 1/2 inch or something off of that on each one. But if we did it this way, what I would end up doing is welding it. I would just put a little weld across there and a weld down there, and I think that would be strong enough. I wouldn't weld it all the way down here, and create either A, just a big weld puddle to look at, or B, something to have to grind and clean up, because I don't think it would need it. So I know she said she didn't want the bolts, so I would just weld it all together, and we'll have to just deal with the shipping. The bad part about welding it is anything you weld like this, you're going to get distortion. And if it was bolted together, the bolts allow you just a little bit of adjustment to kind of work out any kinks that the distortion might cause. But anyway, so just want to show this for Hanson. And I'm going to set the camera up. You guys saw the Metalwork Monday video, and lots of people had lots of comments, and appreciate those. Everybody was saying that there's something to depress or something to lock back here, and I just, I don't see it. I don't get what, I mean, I know that this, you slide material in from this way, and the collet itself, let me grab one. I'm just getting back here behind it so that you can see what I'm doing, but it just kind of dawned on me that the issue was I didn't understand exactly what I needed to be doing there. So what I was doing was screwing the collet all the way in, thinking, hey, that makes sense. You screw it all the way in, right? And then putting this on. And I noticed when I, would pull the closer, it really didn't do anything, and it didn't feel tight here. It didn't look like it was really tightening up. But now that you guys have mentioned what you did, so you put this on, tighten up the locks on those, and then hold the back of it and screw this back out until the collet comes to the outside and tightens up, and tighten the back of it up back here, and then push that even tighter. And now you can see the collets push through the end of the ferrule, or whatever you want to call this front nut here. So you can see I made a few cuts on it, and it seems to be working good. I know copper is usually pretty gummy and messy. People left comments about it, and I've actually worked with it before. You see that gummy burr that it throws up on the edge, but it's actually leaving a pretty nice finish there. A couple of those, you know, grooves in there are ones I cut in there earlier, just trying to mess around with it. But yeah, so I appreciate all the comments. Even though there isn't really a button or anything back here, there's this outer nut that you use to, you know, to get the collet tightened back out rather than screwing it in. So this is the feed engage here, and this was working when I picked it up, and it's not working now. So I'll have to mess with that and see what I mean. It's the detent on the inside of this lever doesn't quite feel right, although now it seems like it's engaging pretty good. There was one time it started to turn the shaft when I hit it a second ago, but just barely turned it a little bit. So maybe there's another belt or something that came off on the inside. So I'll pop the case back open and see what's going on inside of there and go from there. But anyway, so just literally as I was making this video this morning for you guys, I was coming over here to show you what it wasn't doing, and right when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, that's what it is. So now you can see the collet, you know, actually coming out. And so yeah. All right, well, hey, thanks everybody again. Appreciate all the comments, suggestions, ideas, and I've got Jason that I need to contact about the lead screw, because people pointed out that this is just a shaft, it's not a lead screw. So, you know, as it currently sits, you couldn't do any threading on it. So, yep. All right, well, so maybe we can work out some kind of trade for this, although this is extremely heavy and the shipping alone is going to be a lot of money. But anyway, we'll figure it out. I'll give him a call. All right, thanks everybody.